He tried to move the import out. He stood his ground, Ronde did, and prevented that basket.
And a lot of people are saying, why do you change your import? You are 5-1. And Hudson is not a bad import. He scored 56 points in their game against when they won a game. But defensively, look at the way Jefferson can guard Junmar Fajardo in a single coverage down low using his 7'1 wingspan.
Clark trying to make space. Varilla prevents him from scoring, and that's what Varilla brings to the table for Coach Jolas. Mikey already in the scoring column with a jumper outside to Kelly. Dahil pang oras sa kanyang shot clock. We're almost 2 minutes into this ball game. Ronde, that's another miss. He's 0 of 3 from the field.
He's been trying to shoot his perimeter jumper, trying to get the confidence from that 2-point field goal range.
Dinabas muna ni CJ. Ayaw niya yung spacing ng kanyang team. Now he's measuring the defense. Wants to take on Kelly and gets right past Kelly Williams. First two para sa San Miguel.
Spectacular read by CJ Perez. He saw that there was a switch. That means quickness advantage was definitely on his side. He just blew by the defense of Kelly Williams.
Kubuntin down to Ronde. All the way across to Kelly. Thought about the three. Decided to give it up to Mikey. 2 seconds to shoot. Mikey off the glass. Another basket for Mr. Williams.
Just to open. Masyadong binigay ni Marshall Lassiter yung kanan na yun kay Mikey Williams. A little loop para lang makasigurado hindi siya masapal ni Junmar Fajardo.
Here's Junmar a bit out of his range. Cameron Clark, who's been shooting superbly inside.
And the two-man game between their import Clark, who's got the ability to shoot from the perimeter, kaya hindi rin makasag ng husto yung kanyang defender. Let's take a look at this once again. Kelly Williams will have to defend Clark because Clark can shoot that 15-foot J. And as soon as Junmar Fajardo was able to seal his man deep, it was just a catch-and-shoot situation for the big man.
CJ on the move. Finger roll goes for CJ Perez, and this guy can score in many, many ways.
That's correct. So if you're defending CJ Perez, even if you're trying to take away his outside shot and force him to go penetrate, you gotta make sure that the help side defenders for TNT will always be available.
San Miguel now, nakuha ang bola. Perez stops, goes to Enciso, down to Junmar. Kelly's there. Junmar takes it over Kelly's hand and makes it.
That is why Junmar is such a hard-to-guard player down low, because he's strong enough to bulldoze his way inside. And if he faces up and he has a little space, he can knock down those perimeter Jays as well.
Outside shot. That's Mikey hitting from outside this time. Unang three-pointer ni Mikey Williams yan. He's got all 7 points for TNT.
25 points in their previous game against Meralco. He's starting to heat up because he likes to be a starter for his team.
Simon baseline, goes to CJ Perez. Balik kay Simon, andun ang depensa ni Ronde. Inside the Clark, on the way up, Mikey Williams swats that ball away, pero nahuli siya ng baseline referee. That's referee Donald De Dios. To the line, ito si Cameron Clark for 2 free throws. Let's check this one out. Bumitaw mula sa tres. Una pa lang yan, and you know this guy can hit multiple threes.
Yes, and he's just trying to make sure that he's involved early in their offense para lang mawala rin masyado yung pressure dun sa kanilang import, who's starting this ball game on a 0 out of 4 shooting from the field.
Two free throws good para kay Cameron Clark. Or rather, the second one is good. The first one bounced out. Hollis Jefferson was hollering for it. He faces. He'll take another jumper. That's way off yung jumper nitong si Ronde. So no baskets yet para sa kanya. And he gets knocked down. CJ Perez is going to get called for a foul on that play, despite the protestations of coaches Gallen and Ato Agustin.
Just the pride of Jefferson. He missed his perimeter jumper, but he was ready to defend right away, was able to get a steal, and now they get the possession back. Very slow start offensively for the TNT import. 37 points in their first game and 34 in their last game against Meralco. And now, nahihirapan umiscore si RHJ.
It's with Mikey once again, always a threat. He'll take it. He'll make it one more time. That's the second three in a row para kay Mikey, and TNT takes over the lead.
It's just unconscious here in the first quarter. He has scored all the 10 points of TNT in the first 5 minutes and change of this ballgame.
Junmar outside. Cam Clark.
That's a walk. Might have gotten away with a walk. That was a clear walk.
Everybody's dancing, staying alive sa side ng TNT. Coach Lale, Coach Jolas, Coach Josh, everybody. And Coach Jolas, a short discussion with the referee. He wants to know why the whistle didn't blow. That's Clark right there. That might have been a travel. Timeout brought to us by Honda, official motorcycle ng PBA.
Coming off a 40-point performance against the Blackwater Bossings, Roger Pagoy suffered a left ankle sprain last Friday versus the Meralco Bolts at exactly the 9-minute mark in the second quarter. Although he was able to return briefly after that incident, Roger only played a total of 12 minutes in that match. According to the team PT, pagtapos ng laro, doon daw talaga naramdaman ni Pogoy ang injury niya. Napansin daw nila na may bone bruise sa left ankle, which gives Roger a hard time walking and running, rotating his foot, and putting any kind of force at all. As for the timetable to his return, there is no specific date just yet. They don't want to aggravate it and speed things up in his recovery because of future games with TNT and Gilas Pilipinas. Gentlemen, balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat. That was Bea Escudero telling us about RR Pogoy. In the meantime, well, she was telling us the RR story, Coach. What a nice pass. Extra pass from Kelly Williams right
A lot
there.
of touch passes. That is the mentality of these TNT players. They're willing to give up a good shot to be able to let an open teammate get a better one. But such a big development here for RR Pogoy. Not suited up in tonight's ball game. Awesome numbers against Blackwater Bossing partner. 40 big points.
That's right.
And he was just sensational from deep. 7 out of 13 in that game. But in the previous game against Meralco, only 12 minutes as mentioned by Bea, and was only able to score 4 points. The only time wherein hindi siya naka-double figures in this conference.
Tama yun. No? Basta malaking kawalayan. Although, as you said, very deep. Both these squads, actually. Mikey one more time. This one is a bit short. And another rebound from Junmar way up ahead to Perez to the trailer and see. So he'll take it in rhythm. That's a basket for Simon.
Sometimes he is just in a good mental state wherein pagkabitaw niya, ang ganda ng kanyang rhythm, even in transition, kayang-kaya talaga niyang tumira ng ganun.
Hollis Jefferson protesting, felt he was fouled on the other side. San Miguel is attacking already. Marcio, short. And Barilla gets that rebound. Nakaiwas na itong TNT na because they had their import in the backcourt. It was 5-on-4. That's a three. Kelly Williams, another one.
Such a courageous shot by Kelly Williams. He was given ample space to launch that shot and he made it. Junmar Fajardo did not respect that shot from Kelly.
Jumper. Cameron Clark, usually that's money, but this one rolled out. Ito na ang TNT. Oftana checked into the game. Another threat. Baseline drive, Mikey. They're going to call the bump on Simon and Ciso.
Focus on, of course, if you're defending. Look at that. Once again, Junmar Fardo, as if telling Kelly Williams to just shoot from the outside. He's going to cover the penetration of Kelly, but that shot, but it is still a shot that you will allow Kelly Williams to shoot. Tumama lang kaya nagmukhang maganda.
I dare you yun diba? I dare you. He made it. So maybe next time he'll put his hand up and challenge Kelly Williams. That was tipped out. It'll stay with TNT. 4:05 natitira sa ating first period. Earlier today, Barangay Ginebra with another victory, bouncing back, defeating Blackwater big time, 119-93. Best player was Christian Stan Hardinger. He had 27 points. Justin Chua gets that rebound. Castro now, baseline to Oftana. Oh, but he left it short on the reverse. And Hollis Jefferson finally gets 2 points on the board on that tip-in.
He was 0 out of 6 in his first 6 attempts, and finally off the offensive rebound, the first 2 points for RHJ.
Yung tayo dito, everybody let's go. Best up, level up, here we go. Yung tayo dito, everybody let's go. Best up, level up, here we go. Yung tayo dito. Best up, level up, here we go. Yung tayo dito.
After a big win against Barangay Ginebra last Friday, Coach George Gallant mentioned that composure was the biggest factor to taking their 7th win in the eliminations. Admittedly, nagulat din daw talaga si Coach George sa resulta ng laro na yon against Ginebra, especially after making just 1 of 23 shots on the 3-point line. He adds that it wasn't exactly Ginebra's defense to them that was the issue to their 3-point output, but mostly because it was simply just their shots not pulling through. Kaya tonight against TNT, alam nila how crucial this game is to the standings, kaya naman playing unselfish basketball ang priority ng Beermen tonight, and hopefully better luck to their shooting. Gentlemen, balik sa inyo.
Well, you know, itong San Miguel Beer, when they want to be unselfish, Coach Rai, remember the 46 assists that they issued, you know, in one of their games, and that's just a crazy stat if you really think about it.
Yes, and they're playing well under the system of Coach George Gallant. And what about guys coming off the bench, making instant impact right away? Wala pang 10 seconds pumosin na si Vic Manuel, nakascore agad para sa kanyang kupunan.
Well, that's what he does, you know. He's a quality minutes guy. He comes in, maybe 10-15 minutes, he'll score about 10-15 points.
Yes.
Ganun yan Turnaround jumper, no go. Field goals, over 50% of San Miguel Beer, a bit below 50% of TNT, but it's been fairly all right for both teams. Nothing horrendous, under 3 minutes to go. Protestations here and there. You see the coaching staff of TNT standing up saying something. You see the players of San Miguel. Intense ang laban Parang ano nga if you look at this, well, it's always like that between TNT and San Miguel. Parang playoff matchup na ito
Always. Taas ng pride nito magkabilang kupunan na to.
Hollis Jefferson. Screen came. He lost the ball. That's a turnover on TNT. Jericho Cruz. Cameron Clark. Pass to Vic. Went the other side and missed it. Too strong off the glass. Up ahead to Mikey. Cross court to Jason. Castro. Threw that one away. Clark up ahead. Naki CJ. He will finish at the rim.
One of the best fast break finishers in our league, CJ Perez, seeing himself wide open in transition. 6 total points, all happening inside the paint.
Oh, nice slide to the basket. Mula kay Justin Chu, and he completed it. Second late, he might have gotten blocked. CJ missing in transition. Tatakbo na naman pakabila. TNT, 3-point lead. Looking to add on to that. Mikey to Justin. Sama ng timing ng pasa. Eto na red shirts going the other way. Parang foot race ang nangyayari. Alley-oop! Cameron Clark from CJ Perez.
And this is the pace that San Miguel likes. They force turnovers for TNT. You want to take care of that letter. Why? Because San Miguel likes to push the ball, and they get a lot of rhythm and flow if they score a lot on the break.
You know, these imports, I mean, it's impressive the way that they can just go up there, get that ball, Coach Ryan. Diba, not everybody can do that, eh. Diba yung ganyang klase in transitions? But Jason Castro missing. Chua trying to keep it alive. Eto na naman sila. Oh, but CJ lost it. Might have hit him on the leg. And yes, referee Yante says it's going to be white ball.
It is imperative if you're TNT, you miss a shot or you turn the ball over, that you sprint back on defense. This time, they were not able to do so.
There's that jam. Alley-oop connection in the air. Move of the game brought to us by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA.
And there is such a thing as fit for an import. Clark, 28 points per ball game, and what you see is a lot of good vibes. The camaraderie is really up there in terms of playing well together, gelling together, and the chemistry is really so impressive for the Beermen. And I was talking to Chris Ross just before the ball game. He was telling me, Coach, would you believe this? We're not running any plays for Clark, and yet he's averaging close to 30.
Yep. Plays within the system. Has a great perimeter jumper. Kelly Williams, scoring mode siya sa araw na ito.
And yes, for the locals of TNT, they're making sure that they're carrying the scoring cudgels while RHJ is actually not having a good offensive night.
Tama yun.
Defended well by San Miguel.
In fact, he's out of the game right now. It's all Filipino. That's a miss from Vic Manuel. Gib Montalvo may tangan ng bola. Bagong pasok yan sa ating laban. Iniwan para kay Kelly. Balik kay Gib. He'll step into a three. That was in and then popped out. Oftana with the left.
And this is why you see the bench depth of TNT. They scored 39 against Meralco and only 20 for the Bolts because of guys like Alvin Oftana, close to 14 a game, and even Kip Montalvo and Jason Castro are guys who come off the bench for Coach Jojo Lastimosa.
Jericho steps back for three. He had a monster game here in this same venue. Last conference, I remember he was hitting all those shots. Castro on the move. Iniwan para kay Montalvo. Reverse! And he got hit on the arm. Bulanadi is the guilty party there.
Spectacular passing once again for TNT. Jason Castro, usually he will go for his shots, but he saw himself covered. Made the extra pass. Kip Montalvo had to do it on the other side. A foul was called against Bulanadi.
So that's undeniable. Kitang-kita naman, napalo yung braso nitong si Kirel Brandon Montalvo. Bitin ang kanyang unang free throw. 1.1 na lang natitira sa ating first period. It's gonna be TNT leading.
Ganda ng game nitong si Kip Montalvo against Meralco. Only 12 minutes. He scored only 10 points. But in the minutes that he was inside, his team
Bulanadi, but Mikey Williams came out of the gate strong para kay Coach Jolas. Scored the first 7 points of his team. Had a couple of three-pointers. He's got already double figures after 12 minutes, 2 of 3 from Rainbow Country. Tapos yun, no? Step back ng ganyan. Let's see what else he has in store. I mean, another 30-point game coming up perhaps for Mikey. We'll find out. Broadcasting from the Field Sports Arena in Pasig City. Second quarter action has just begun. I'm Charlie Cuna together with Coach Ryan Gregorio. And si Bea Escudero kasama rin natin, the rest of our crew for this game. Number 2 of PBA Sunday in the Governor's Cup.
Good first 12 minutes for TNT. 24 points total scored for them. And what is impressive is yung import nila ni hindi masyadong nakakontribute. 2 puntos lamang on a 1 out of 7 shooting and 2 turnovers. So you look at the defense of San Miguel. Ready sila kay Hollis Jefferson pero hindi sila nakadepensa ng mabuti kay Mikey Williams.
Sikip sa loob. Chu had to go outside. Kelly has 1-3 to his credit. It stays that way. Montalvo fights for the offensive rebound. Oftana leans in for the finger roll.
Getting a lot of mileage from the offensive glass itong TNT, keeping the ball alive, and Oftana 4 points already. Hindi pa tumitira sa tres yan ha. Yan ang expertise niyan.
Correct. Here's Chris Ross. Outside to Alin. He gets bumped. That's Oftana. Binalipad ni Alin Bulanadi.
With Montalvo keeping the ball alive with the offensive rebound and a touch pass to Calvin Oftana. This is the biggest lead for TNT here in the first 2 quarters. 6 na puntos ang kanilang pinoprotektahan.
Jericho Cruz will do the honors from the side. 8 assists for TNT, 6 for San Miguel. So they were moving that ball around early in this game. Both teams. Bulanadi down to Manuel. He's got the import on him. He'll take that short hook. It'll bounce in for the muscle man.
He's coming along very well. Also a very slow start for Vic Manuel. He missed 4 of their first 5 games because of an injury. But in the last 2 games, 11 points na yung kanyang average.
Ano ka mo? Yan ang expertise ni Calvin Oftana. A little late, not on cue, pero ayan si Calvin. Oo nga, Coach Ryan, ito nga expertise ko. Bumato
Yes,
agad ng
it is
tres.
automatic. You look at his numbers in this conference. 15 out of 29 total threes shot. 15 made out of 29 shots taken. 52% sa tres yan. So he cannot get comfortable if you are San Miguel.
Ronde gets denied by Big Mo Tautua. Ross to Big Mo. Gives it to Jericho. Outside to Bulanadi. And then Jericho from the 3. He gets it right back.
And showing also bench depth. Ito namang si Jericho Cruz, almost automatic. Consistent contributor for Coach George Gallant. At lamang ng TNT, bumaba na sa 2.
Hollis Jefferson will try one more time. It does not want to drop for him at the Field Sports Arena. They go to Bulanadi. Bukas na bukas. That's a 3 for Alin.
And that is why they brought him over here. Another sharp shooter to open the space for guys like Junmar Fajardo, Vic Manuel, or Mo Tautua. But in transition, he's got the license to shoot anytime.
San Miguel is up by 1. Back-to-back 3s para sa kanila. Montalvo wants it. He won't get it. The rebound taken by Castro. Another offensive rebound, Coach Ryan, and a layup from the blur.
Yes, napakaraming second chance points na nai-score nitong TNT. 8 for them at wala pa rito sa San Miguel.
Here's Mo. Mo and Kelly going at it. Mo will go up with the left. He likes that shot. And he gets that one to drop.
He can get a lot of mileage from download, especially if it's a single coverage. Kung one-on-one, yung lakas niya, tangkad niya, tsaka yung ability to shoot niya with his left and right hand, kaya makascore talaga ni Mo Tautua yan. But Jason Castro, 16 points in their last game. His confidence high against Meralco, now with 5.
That's a 3 also. Dami na rin nagtatres para sa TNT in this game. Manuel backing down the import. On the way up, reach in mula kay Jason Castro. Siya kaya ang matatawagan or is it gonna be Ronde? We're waiting for the verdict. Ronde Hollis Jefferson. That's his first personal. Here's the 3 mula kay Jason Castro, who really improved, no? As his career went on, Coach. Yung 3-point shooting niya, talagang gumanda.
Tama, yung adjustment niya kasi pinapagpreparahan ng kalaban niya yung kanyang blur action, using his quickness to blow by defenders and go for penetrations. Nung nagsag na, perimeter jumper at 3-point shooting naman ng kanyang pinagpraktisan at ngayon napakagaling na.
Bea?
It's a very hectic schedule ahead for Jericho Cruz dahil pagtapos ng laro na ito, aalis siya papuntang Mongolia for the next window of FIBA with the Guam team. February 24 to 27 ang scheduled games nila sa Mongolia. And right after that, he flies back to Manila and then straight to Japan with the San Miguel Beermen to play in the East Asia Super League. Ang sabi ni Jericho, first time daw niya maglaro ng ganitong schedule, so he doesn't know exactly what to expect. But in terms of the games, he is looking forward to it, especially playing in a country he is visiting for the first time and is grateful for the opportunity. But before any of that, itong laro ang gusto niya mapanalunan ngayong gabi. Gentlemen, balik sa inyo.
Siyempre, business is at hand. It's this game. But then, you know, when you have a bunch of other games to play, he'll focus then when he gets there.
Tama yan. At ito, finally, nakashoot naman in the second quarter. Itong si Hollis Jefferson is having a hard time because of what we call layer defense. Meaning, malusutan man niya yung first layer ng depensa ng San Miguel, may pangalawa pa siyang kailang obstacle na malusutan at minsan tatlo pa. Ang magandang nangyari ron, yung last line defender was Vic Manuel. So, kayang-kaya niya yun dahil relatively smaller than a Junmar Fajardo. He's practically bleeding for his points. Only 2 out of 10 from the field for Hollis Jefferson, only 20%. And he has not gotten to the free throw line. Offensive foul naman.
Yeah, he drew that. And
Tama.
Cameron,
Yes.
parang Cameron Clark was practically daring the official who was right beside him to make that call, lower the shoulder. There's Oftana. Dalawa na.
Trusting his teammate, he knows exactly what Oftana is capable of doing, especially damage from the 3-point area. Yan, naspalpal na naman. Buna naman itong TNT.
3-point field goal, naka-anim na ang TNT. Tatlo pa lang para sa San Miguel. Castro to the hoop. Look at the quickness. It's still there.
Oh, spectacular move by Jason Castro.
Bulanadi wants 3. This one pops out. The rebound from Jefferson. Hollis Jefferson. He's dancing with Clark. Jumper from the free throw line. Ayaw pa rin.
But he's trying his best. He's trying hard. He knows that when he makes that perimeter J on a consistent basis, mag-relax ng bahagya yung depensa ng San Miguel sa kanya. Pero malalat din eh. Itong si Clark, hindi rin makakuha ng kanyang shooting from the outside. Pati siya eh. Only 3 points si Clark. 5 points. 5 total points. And still scoreless in the second.
Tama yun. Castro naman. In and out ang kanyang 3-point attempt. There's the rebound from Cameron Clark. Chris Ross up ahead to Cruz. And he will finish on the other side. I'm looking at the players on the floor right now. Ang dami na San Miguel and TNT, diba? Like Chua played with San Miguel at one point in his career. Now he's with TNT. Mo Tautua the same. Terrence Romeo is on the bench. And then si Jericho Cruz has played for TNT as well in the past.
Tama.
Diba? Ang dami nila eh. And a timeout has been called as we watch this touchdown mula kay Cruz. Timeout TNT. It's brought to us by Honda, official motorcycle ng PBA. Almost halfway through this second period, it's a 5-point lead for TNT, and they've got the possession. Kenny Williams goes to Ronde Hollis Jefferson. NBA vet picks up his dribble, goes to Mikey. Balik kay RHJ. Parang nagkakahiyaan tumira rito, Coach Ryan, but Mikey says, ako na, mintis ang shot. Nakuha ni Junmar, rebound na naman yan.
Not a good productive offense for Coach Jojo Lastimosa after calling a timeout. But the reminder during the timeout is you have to spring back on defense. You're allowing San Miguel to take and make a lot of transition points. 7-0 ang advantage of San Miguel sa fast break points.
A bad pass, but Cameron able to recover.
Another transition basket, forced turnover for San Miguel, which resulted to another 2 points. For TNT rather, nag-turnover sila, nakascore yung San Miguel sa kabilang side.
Mikey on the curl, he's in the paint. He'll go up against Junmar, knocks down on the floor, but tuloy pa rin ang aksyon natin. Cameron Clark. Bulanadi, nice setup. One bounce, a bit closer. Basket does not drop para kay Bulanadi.
Open na open yun, sayang yun. Lamang pa rin naman ang tatlo itong TNT. Maski hirap na hirap maka-opensa itong si Hollis Jefferson.
He'll try one more time. Had to lean back. Gets it off the glass.
And what you like about this guy is he's such a hard worker. Nagmimintis siya. Ang dami niyang tira na feeling niya pumapasok pero he keeps on attacking the basket. 6 total points. Or, tama, 6 na puntos. Pero ang magandang ginagawa ng San Miguel, hindi sila pumafoul. 21 times pumunta sa free throw line itong si Hollis Jefferson against Miracle. Still, not once here in this game.
Jericho. Umatake. Merong bagsak si Oftana. They're gonna say Jericho Cruz with the offensive foul. Second time San Miguel Beer's been whistled for that type of violation. Let's watch it.
With the left arm. Warded off. Itong depensa ni Calvin Oftana. Good individual defense displayed that time by Calvin. 5-point advantage for TNT.
Once you extend your arm that way, Coach Ryan, parang easy pickings na yung pito ng referee dyan.
Tama yan. Lalong-lalo na si Nolty Linggen pa tumawag.
18-year veteran lang naman.
Yes. Hindi humihina yan. Ang bilis pa rin tumakbo.
Oo. Di ba pag pass break, sumasabay si referee Kilingen? Another unproductive offensive para sa TNT. Simon, Cam Clark, Lassiter. Swing. Clark the spin. Basket is good.
Nice move by Clark. Takot din siya sa depensa ni Hollis Jefferson eh. Kaya kailangan extra creative siya sa kanyang atake.
Gustong bumawi, but he finds his teammate Varilla. Varilla will take the jumper off the glass, and he took on CJ Perez one-on-one, and he got it.
And talk about being creative, not really part of the offense. But the shot clock was winding down. It felt like he has an advantage against CJ Perez down low, and he made it.
So that's usually, as I said, automatic para kay Cameron Clark, but it's not dropping for him last game. Lahat yan pumapasok eh.
Tama. Ito yung Blackwater eh. 44 points nga na score naman eh. And ito yung defense yung sinasabi natin. The initial defender is Clark. But Junmar Fajardo will always be there as secondary defender. Kaya nawawala ng penetration all the way to the cup itong si Hollis Jefferson.
And a hard bump mula kay Glenn Cobuntin. I don't think Cobuntin can bump you in any other way. Diba? Kasi ganun kasolid yung katawan nito si Glenn Cobuntin. There it is. He slapped at the ball. There was a body check, so they're reviewing it right now. At least the San Miguel Beer side is asking for more than just a regular foul. But there are certain players in this league, you gotta expect a big bump. If you see a guy like Cobuntin running your way, you better run faster.
It might just be a regular foul. Tignan natin.
Pushing foul. Tama
Pushing
naman.
foul lang. Because yung hampas, hindi naman tumama. Kasi yun ang una mong titignan eh. Pag hampas ni Cobuntin, hindi tumama dun sa mga kamay ni CJ Perez. Yung bangga ang tinawag ron. So it was just deemed as a regular foul. 2 free throws will be awarded to CJ Perez.
Perez, pasok ang una. At ito si CJ. Kanina may spectacular move na yan on the fast break. And then he threw up an alley-oop lob to Cameron Clark. 2 assists, 2 rebounds to go with
Good caging defense once again by San Miguel, forcing another TO.
Well, did you see the way he moved Kelly Williams out because he Junmar Fajardo?
And what I like is he was able to temper his strength. He moved Kelly Williams out, but still, hindi offensive foul ang tinawag sa kanya.
Kelly Williams is not a small person and he's very strong himself. He misses on that play. Here comes San Miguel one more time, looking to regain the lead. Marshall to the corner. Simon does not get it. Mikey running the other way. He puts it up and he draws a foul. He'll go to the line.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's hurt. He might have sprained his ankle on the landing. Oh, alam mo, masakit eh. Parang nagko-convulse na yung katawan niya sa sakit, oh.
Yes.
Oh.
And this is what you don't like, of course. You're missing the services of your top local scorer to si RR Pugoy because of an ankle sprain. Let's see this again. He attacked the defense of Marshall Lassiter. Look at his landing spot.
Oo, sakto sa pa.
A little extension. So we'll see.
Oh, but he's up. He's trying to walk it off. He's upset. But yeah, that was a part of a regular basketball play. I'd like to say, Coach Ryan. I think.
Did he twist his ankle a little bit?
Yeah,
Oh no.
He did.
And what you don't like is yung nasa loob yung sprain, and the usual sprain is outside your ankle. Pero ito inside ang nangyari ron. So unfortunate development once again for TNT.
Well, they're definitely reviewing it because it might be a landing spot violation and there was damage caused to the offensive player. Ilang beses na natin napag-usapan yun during the coverage. There's a difference. There's an actual challenge. It's an F1. Marshall Lassiter will have to sit out 3 minutes. And I'm not really sure there can be complaints on the side of San Miguel because there's a rule that, if you're in that landing spot, that may mangyari dun sa offensive player, that's almost automatic. But we'll clarify with the referees. Try to explain when we come back.
Yung tayo dito, everybody let's go. Let's go, level up, here we go. Yung tayo dito, everybody let's go. Let's go, level up, here we go. Yung tayo dito.
The situation before the timeout was that Mikey Williams went for a layup and he landed on the foot of Marshall Lassiter. Na-sprain ng kanyang kanang ankle. He's gonna brave it up and go there to the line, Coach Ryan, to make or attempt the 2 free throws. Then maybe they'll arrest him afterwards.
Tama yan dahil he could not even walk on his own. So i-reassess yan. Probably he will be retaped after shooting his 2 free throws. Ganda pa naman ang panimula ni Mikey Williams. 10 points. Lahat yan ng first quarter. 50% from the 3-point area and also 50% from the 2-point range.
First one is short. Another one coming up. At naka-ready na si Jason Castro na pumalit dito kay Mikey Williams.
Na-amplify kasi talaga dahil yung injury rin na sustain ni RR Pugoy in their previous game, tapos mawawala pa si Mikey Williams. So yung kanilang combined scoring output, close to 40 points yan eh.
Makes the second. Substitution will happen and some of the teammates will come over to help him get to the bench. And he's in pain.
Hirap na hirap
No,
siya.
nagpapatulong siya talaga. He's asking the guys, parang, carry me na. Hindi ko na kaya, sakit. Ando na nga sila. CBC, Acuno, even Montalvo helping out. Tuloy ang ating laban. Marshall will need to sit for at least 3 play minutes. So second half na makakapasok si Marshall ulit. Oftana left it for Williams. Ball's on the floor. Nakuha ni Castro. A second to go. They're not gonna get it off in time. Pasok pa rin yung
Pasok
tira.
pa rin, hirap na. Di lang inaabot ng oras yon. Shot clock violation. Tatawag rito sa TNT. Tagbago rin ang depensa yung San Miguel. Bigla silang sumona dahil nga wala si Mikey Williams sa loob. Tapos they want to clog the paint para hindi makapag-penetrate itong si Hollis Jefferson.
Clark. Step back. Jumper rolls out one more time. Nagugulat ako pag nag-miss yung mga ganyan, coach.
Ala sure ball yan. Lista mo na yun sa perimeter jumper ni Clark.
But not today. Oftana.
Hindi naman si Junmar, nandun lang siya sa gitna. So pag penetrate itong si Hollis Jefferson, Junmar Fajardo will always be there available for a shot block.
Inside to Clark. 3 white shirts, but Clark gets it anyway.
And as if adjusting his game consciously, he could not get his 8 to 15-foot jumper on a consistent basis. He went closer to the basket. Even against 3 defenders, he was able to manufacture 2 points.
Kobuntin susubok ng 3. Offensive rebound na naman para sa TNT. The swing to Oftana. Takes the 3. Goes to RHJ underneath. Powers his way up. And he gets that foul. Ronde Hollis Jefferson.
And what you like about Ronde Hollis Jefferson is his competitive spirit. Many times you see this. He penetrates, he gets blocked. But because of his persistence, he will still try to score the best way he can. And that time around, 2 points plus his first free throw here in this game. He knocks it down. Completed 3-point play for Hollis Jefferson.
You were emphasizing, Coach, earlier at the start of the game that he has the ability to draw fouls and get to the line. Sabi mo nga, nakapunta lang niya for the first time to the line. He's been looking at the referees for calls in this game. They haven't been coming. It's been frustrating for him in that aspect.
Yun ang adjustment din kasi na ginagawa ng San Miguel. Just go with a legitimate challenge every time he penetrates, because he went to the line 21 times in their last game. Again, fast break attack. Something that TNT really has to improve on. First, they're gonna talk about it. Emphasize it. For Coach Jojo Lastimosa, that is where the frustration is emanating from. 9 total fast break points here for San Miguel, 0 for TNT.
And look at that, Jericho Cruz. That's not an easy shot to make. Don't underestimate the difficulty of this type of shot on the run from the side. May angulo off the glass. You gotta know where to get that ball off that board. And Jericho Cruz knew exactly what to do. Here's Coach Jolas. He's been around the BBA for a long time, partner. 35 years ago, he was the Rookie of the Year for Pure Foods, the Glamour Squad. Watch Gilas Pilipinas on August 25 or August 27 or August 29 and be entitled to watch the other games scheduled on that day at Araneta Coliseum. Get your Gilas Day Pass now. Limited passes lang ang available, so buy right now. So imagine you get to watch them. Of course, this one's happening next week. This week, Feb 24, this Friday, coming Friday, Lebanon at 6 p.m. sa Philippine Arena. Then the Monday afterwards, on the 27th, Jordan naman, and that's going to be the main guy. Coach Chot Reyes will be coaching Gilas Pilipinas again. Try to get some victories. Lebanon, it's been a while since we've beaten them. I think 2015 was the last time.
Ang daming excitement na generate ng laban natin na yan on the 24th and on the 27th. At yung isa na talaga dyan is yung si Justin Brownlee. For the very first time, will be the naturalized player for Gilas Pilipinas.
That's right. Brownlee, if he can do his Ginebra magic for Gilas Pilipinas, that would really be nice. There's Hollis Jefferson. That 3 will not count. The whistle has blown prior to that already. Just 4.9 to go.
Only the 13th foul for San Miguel. They can still afford to foul at least 2 more times for as long as it is not in the act of shooting.
Montalvo goes to RHJ. Didiscarte si Hollis Jefferson. Jumper! It will not go. At natapos ang ating first half. As close as we thought it would be between these two titans of the PBA. It's just a 49-48 lead for TNT. Tingnan natin yung mga pangyayari in that first half from the Reds and the Whites. Ano raw, may foul ba siya? Sabi ni Ronde, Hollis Jefferson, Cameron Clark. Mikey Williams will find out if he's okay. Bea will let us know after the half. There's that jam from Cameron Clark. Back and forth ang ating dalawang kupunan. The top of the standings, these two teams, who will become solo first after this game?
Di uurang sugod lang ng sugod. Liga ng ating bandila, di makikibabag, mag-ibaman ng titanis ng bigla.
Abangan nyo kung sino ang aking mga mapipili para sa Team Scotty
Abangan nyo kung sino ang mga pipiliin ko sa Team Japet
ngayong Lunes.
sa PBA All-Star Draft Show.
Happy Sunday mga ka-PBA. I'm Bea Escudero and welcome to the halftime show of our Sunday doubleheader. We are at the halftime mark of the ball game between the San Miguel Beermen and the TNT Tropang Giga. The score now is 48-49 in favor of TNT. But before we get back to all the exciting PBA action, of course, balikan natin ang naganap na PBA Esports Draft that happened just last Monday at Robinsons, Manila with this quick recap. Panoorin natin to.
Ito and at the same time motivation nito para sa mga ating mga kababayan, yung kanilang puyat, pagod na nilaan sa pag-stream masusuklian na dahil dito sa project ni PBA.
Nagsanib pwersa yung dalawang malaking bagay yun, malaking kasaysayan. Yun po, yung mga naglalaro ng esports, sana magkasama-sama tayo with the PBA. Makasama din namin kayo. Makalaro kayo ng basketball, makalaro naman kami ng esports. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Ayun, inanayaan ko lahat ng PBA fans na this time manood naman kayo ng PBA Esports. And panoorin nyo kami kung paano namin durugin yung mga influencers.
Para sa ating bansa, para sa ating basketball dito sa Pilipinas at ganun din sa industriya at sa ML. Guys, watch us. Trust me, you guys will have fun watching us. Alright? So eto na. Bakbakan na. Kembutan pa.
Other than the PBA Esports, we also have to look back at the recently concluded Leg 6 of the PBA 3x3 that happened just yesterday and today. And we have the JNT Express taking home first place. So let's all watch this.
Welcome to Leg 6 of the third conference of the PBA 3x3 Lakas ng Tatlo, coming to you from the Robinsons Place in Manila. We pick up the action with the quarterfinals. And the first matchup is between the Blackwater Bossing Red President taking on the JNT Express. Of course, the Blackwater side parading Richie Rivero, who actually made a good account for himself this weekend. However, there was just too much of JNT Express and Joseph Cederifa in this quarterfinal matchup between them and the Blackwater Bossing, as Cederifa and company will win this one going away. 21-16 would be the final score. Over the next quarterfinal matchup, it was between the Meralco Bolts and Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. Jeff Manday and the Meralco Bolts looking to move forward in the competition. Even though without their big man, Alfred Batino, who was down with an injury, Manday turned on the Jets for the layup right there. The Meralco Bolts with their new addition in Magdeburg proving to be too much for Barangay Ginebra as they win this one 13-12. In the other quarterfinal matchup, it was between the Cavitex Braves and Pioneer Elastos Seal. Of course, Cavitex, usually a very strong performer here in the PBA 3x3, and they continue to do so. Thanks in large part to this man right here, Dominic Fajardo, who can do pretty much everything on the basketball floor. And of course, the hot shooting of Bonga Lanza early on in the day, as Bonga Lanza and company will put this game away with a 2-ball right there. As the Cavitex Braves win this one, 20-11 would be the final score of that matchup. In the other quarterfinals, it was between the TNT Tropang Giga and a very powerful side, the Platinum Karaoke. Of course, both of these teams very familiar with each other. And this also was a very tightly contested battle. But it looked like TNT actually had this going their way until Platinum turned on the switch late. And it had to be TNT, it had to be Alvin Vosotros coming to the rescue of TNT as he just refused to lose this contest. As Vosotros guided the way here for the TNT Tropang Giga to a 21-18 victory against Platinum Karaoke. In the semifinals, we go. JNT Express taking on Divinalco Bolts 3x3. Playoff Ronyo in full effect. And there's Magdeburg taking the place of Alfred Batino. Joseph Sedorifa knows what to do with the rock as he takes it strong to the cup for the basket. He also knows how to set up his teammates as he sends this one over to Ronyo for the quick release 3. A 2-ball, I should say. And of course, another one right there for Ronyo. And that's going to be it. 21-12. A relatively easy victory for JNT Express as they make their way to the finals. Cavitex Braves and TNT Tropang Giga would be the other semifinals. This one would be yet another tightly contested battle for the Tropang Giga. Alvin Vosotros once again had to carry his team to another tough victory against an inspired Cavitex side. Alvin Vosotros would do most of his damage on the outside as he guided the TNT Tropang Giga back to the finals with a 21-15 advantage to win that one going away. And in the finals we go. Perhaps the greatest game that we've seen in recent PBA 3x3 history. The TNT Tropang Giga taking on JNT Express. Would it be another champion of a different leg? Or would TNT finally get 2 legs this conference? It started out hot for Lervin Flores with a couple of 2-balls to start with. And Alvin Vosotros was doing Alvin Vosotros things, hitting tough shot after tough shot. But Joseph Sedorifa refused to lose as he helped guide JNT all the way back. When it looked like it was over, he came up big and hit the winning basket. Joseph Sedorifa and the JNT Express finally get a huge win over the TNT Tropang Giga and win this leg. The JNT Express are the champions of leg number 6. 6 different legs, 6 different champions. This is going to make for a really interesting grand final as the JNT Express enjoy their victory over at the Robinson's Place, Manila.
Ating halftime stats on your screens. 49-48 TNT in the lead by just 1. These stats are brought to us by Honda, official motorcycle of the PBA.
47% for San Miguel, only 41% for TNT. Struggling big time is their import. Hollis Jefferson from the field, only 4 out of 16 rebounds. Lamang doon ang TNT. Fast break points, look at that. 13 for San Miguel, only 1 for TNT. And second chance points, nakabawi naman ang TNT. 11-0 ang kanilang lamang doon.
And that guy on your screens, June Fajardo, nabanggit ni Coach Ryan kanina, achieved a career milestone, 2,000 plus offensive rebounds already, joining the club, the 6th person to enter that prestigious club. The greatest talaga mga kasama dyan, Abet, Mon, Jerry. So there's Commissioner with some of the governors sa ating PBA. They're gonna give him a plaque to recognize him
Please
for
join
that
us
achievement.
in
So
giving
punta tayo
a round
sa
of
ating
applause
venue announcer.
to San Miguel Beerman's number 15, the Kraken, Junmar Fajardo.
Ang huling naka-achieve ng 2,000 plus offensive rebounds bago kay Junmar was Ali Peak, dating kasamahan dito sa broadcast panel, who has now relocated to the US, no? But and then si Asi Taulava was part of that group as well. So pang-anim si Junmar Fajardo.
Tama yan, nabanggit mo yung mga pangalan. Napaka-higanting mga manlalaro dito sa PBA. And as you've mentioned, Mon Fernandez, Abed Kitabel, Jericho Dinera, Asi Taulava, and Man Mountain Ali Peak.
Kailan kaya makakapasok isang gwardiya sa 2,000 plus offensive rebounds? Parang malabong mangyari yun, eh, no? Pero all these
Ako may
big
chance
guys-
ako dyan, Scotty Thompson.
Yeah, Scotty Thompson. Yes, sir. That's the guy who's got a chance. If he keeps it up for another X number of years, ano? Nagano'n siya. Third quarter action. This is the Honda PBA Governor's Cup. It's brought to us by Honda. Official motorcycle ng PBA yan. Red shirts with the first possession. I'm Charlie Cuna together with Coach Ryan Gregorio. From the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City, CJ gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Probably Varilla. Parang pag ganun, coach, nangyayari, yung pinaka nagpo-protesta na hindi siya yung nag-foul, malamang siya yung nag-foul.
Sigurado yan. Si Barilla nga matatawagan doon. 2 free throws ibibigay dito kay CJ Perez. And for the benefit of our late tuners, napakagandang laban itong natutunghayan natin dito. At the end of 24 lamang ng isa itong TNT 49-48. But at the start of the ball game, alam natin na hindi nakapaglaro because of an injury itong si RR Pugoy.
Correct.
So, minus na agad yan sa TNT. At pagdating naman sa second quarter, 16 minutes lamang naglaro si Mikey Williams. Siya naman ang na-injure. So, hindi sigurado kung makakabalik siya dito sa laban na to. So, yung dalawang big-time scorers, perimeter scorers ng TNT, delikado. Alam natin, Pugoy out, Mikey Williams, from all indications, baka hindi na makabalik.
Same injury pa, sprained ankle.
Tama.
Diba? Hollis Jefferson, who's to shoot. Somebody's got to take it. Kelly almost got it. They're battling for the board. Clark pulls it away from Oftana. Simon and sees to CJ Perez. CJ atake. Layup good.
Virtuoso attack once again by CJ Perez. Hindi niya ininda yung depensa na yun. At yung 7-1 wingspan ni Hollis Jefferson. Lahat ng puntos ng San Miguel. Si CJ Perez ang nakascore dito sa second half. Look at that penetration. Just going strong. Use a little bit of his left hand to ensure na hindi masapal ni Hollis Jefferson yun.
The scoreboard has not changed.
Oo nga.
So, we're checking. Kung ba talaga ang total score, and there seems to be a problem at the table. Napansin agad siyempre ng mga San Miguel coaching staff. So, official suspension of play tayo because these are important things. You know, the shot clock needs to be working. The scoreboard must be working as well.
Tama. Kasi natapos yung first 2 quarters natin, lamang ang TNT 49-48. Tapos dalawang free throws si CJ Perez plus another layup. So a total of 4 points for him to start the third quarter. And yet, hindi gumagalaw yung score dito ng San Miguel.
Dapat 52-49.
Tama yan. Exactly.
50-49 lang din ang naka-reflect on the screens. In the venue, it's 49-48. The score at the half. This is Mikey Williams. He's still in uniform. He's got that towel draped over his head, but he's not seated on the bench. He's on the side behind that basket. And yun na nga, nag-aantay tayo ng report. We'll take a short break first while they're trying to sort out this scoreboard problem. Balik sa aksyon. Kelly Williams puts 2 more points. First 2 ng TNT dito sa second half.
Good execution. Another extra pass provided by Jason Castro. Into deep was Junmar Fajardo, but bothered by the defense of TNT.
Good hustle to keep it alive for Jericho Cruz. CJ, that's a 3-pointer. San Miguel Beer with a bunch of points already here. 6 in total. 7 in total, rather, to start this third period.
And scintillating start once again here in the third quarter for CJ Perez, scoring the first 7 points for the Beermen.
Oh, the 3-pointer. Niluwa ng ring. Pass to Oftana. Extra pass to Williams. Great feed from Calvin.
This is what you enjoy watching San Miguel play because of their individual brilliance, and TNT because they're lacking pieces right now. No Pugoy, no Mikey Williams. They're taking care of the leather by making the extra pass.
And of course, the guy who just got a plaque for his 2,000 plus offensive rebounds gets an offensive rebound.
7 total rebounds for the big man Junmar Fajardo, and add another 2 points for a total of 8. A foul will be called against Jericho Cruz.
Yeah. Got him. He got him on the arm. He was ready for a layup on the other side, pero nahuli naman ang ating referees. Let's watch this. You know. Actually, got him on the offhand, but it was
konting-konti.
He was using it, of course, to balance that ball. Free throw goes para sa kanya. Has not been to the line as often as he would want. Last game kasi suking-suki siya sa linya.
Daming beses, 21 times. Pero ngayon, pangalawang beses pa lang niya titira sa free throw line. 10 total points for Hollis Jefferson. Not really good in terms of his shooting percentage. Only 4 out of 16 for 25%. He's entering this ball game shooting 53% from the 2-point area.
Cruz bouncing over to Clark. Oh, between the top. He hit that rim. Hollis Jefferson will spin. Kick it to the corner. Oftana, specialty. Overshot it. Barilla keeps it alive. Offensive rebound na naman para sa TNT. And the blur goes in, gets it, and he's fouled. A chance for a 3-point play. And I don't think there's anybody who watches PBA basketball and doesn't appreciate a Jason Castro drive to the hoop, coach.
Oh, is just fearless, using his quickness once again, and just making sure that he will actually be the one who will create the contact on the last line defender, who was Junmar Fajardo. So he made his layup, and now he has a chance for a 3-point play. But the biggest story here in the first 3 quarters for TNT is their ability to get offensive rebounds and score on second chance points. 16 total points for them, and only 5 for San Miguel.
Score is 58-57. Lamang ang TNT ng isa. CJ. Oh, what a shot! He was drifting towards the right, coach.
Oh, you can't do anything about that. If you're defending CJ Perez, all you can do is applaud that kind of a move.
CISO game right now. Lamang na ulit ang San Miguel. After Kelly, open from 3. He drills that one. Kelly Williams, his second 3 of the game.
Yes, and he was all squared up with feet set, and he sees Junmar Fajardo just giving him a token challenge. He's gonna make you pay.
Dalawang beses na yan.
Yes.
Shot that over Junmar. Oh, that jumper is not dropping for Clark in this game. Ito na si Jason Castro. Looking for that whistle, didn't get it this time. He's still sprawled on the floor, and Jericho! Home run on the other end.
This is the story of the ball game in terms of second chance points. Total domination for TNT. And on the other side, fast break points. Quick on the break is San Miguel, and that is where they're lording it over. Look at that forward pass by Clark to the running Jericho Cruz. 15 fast break points for San Miguel and only 1 for TNT.
Here's a suspension of play even as we watch this replay from a different angle. Jason Castro was sprawled on the floor. Coach Jolas came in to pick him up. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. May violation ba doon sa pagpasok ni Coach Jolas onto the court? I think they're gonna let it slide. They're gonna let it slide. Kelly.
Look at Junmar Fajardo just waiting for Hollis Jefferson to penetrate. But a first-line defender who happens to be Clark, his main function is just give Hollis Jefferson a perimeter J instead of a strong attack to the basket.
Denial once again. Paul Barilla able to deny that basket in transition. Kelly, lefty layup won't go. Balik na naman tayo sa kabila. But Castro says, wag muna. Foul from Jason Castro. There'll be a substitution now, as Justin Chua is coming back in.
Pace is just so quick. Bilis ng laro natin dito.
Marshall Lassiter's back in the game, Coach Ryan. You remember he had to sit out 3 playing minutes at least for a flagrant foul 1 called when Mikey Williams landed on his foot. Junmar, Clark, outside to Marshall. Can't put it in. Hollis Jefferson loses it, but gets it back on the tip. Kay Oftana, late ng kalaban. Simon Enciso, this set goes out to Hollis Jefferson. Goes up with his right hand, gets the basket to go. Has shown that ability to go to the offhand, Coach.
Yes, and what you need if you are a teammate of Hollis Jefferson right now is just to make sure that he gets a running start. But speaking of running start, just weaving his way inside like a slalom guy, ito naman si Simon Enciso.
Humesitation ng konti, Coach.
Pawi na agad si Jason Castro. Hindi nakashoot ng kanilang layup pero pupunta sa free throw line to shoot 2. Ito yung sinasabi natin. On the run, if he gets ample space and the momentum to penetrate, yun ang advantage ni Hollis Jefferson. And Simon Enciso, hindi na ininda. Nandun si Hollis Jefferson, the defender niya. Lil Hesse paused his defender and he went all the way for an easy layup.
Jason Castro swishes this free throw. Hit one also just a couple of plays ago on the end one situation. So he's perfect from there so far. Vic Manuel back in the game. 11 points, 4 assists, and 3 boards for one of the best.
He has to be offensive-minded. Kailangan mas marami yung kanyang attempts. He should expect that his minutes will be extended dahil nga wala si Pugoy, wala si Mikey Williams. So kailangan niya na maging attack mode.
What a game we're having. It's a close one, 65-63. Bagsak si Jason Castro. Offensive foul ang San Miguel, turnover yan.
Alam mo na, bagbagit natin kanina pa itong miserable field goal shooting ni Hollis Jefferson, 5 out of 18. At pati itong si Clark, ayun, tumulak na bahagyo. Obviously, an offensive foul should be whistled against him. At yun na nga ang nangyari ron. Pati itong si Clark, 11 points pa lang. 5 out of 15 from the field.
Pareho sila.
Pareho silang maalat.
Kaya halos cancel out sila dalawa. And it's the locals now who are stepping up for the respective teams. Calvin Oftana drops it to Chua. You know, pangalawang beses na ni Calvin Oftana and yung extra pass na ginagawa niya in the paint. So showing a bit more versatility. This rising star in the league, Calvin Oftana. Good finish from Chua.
And the other thing is understanding who is the last line defender. No Junmar Fajardo, attack the basket and make the extra pass because Vic Manuel will not be able to defend 2 guys at one time.
Timeout brought to us by Honda, official motorcycle of the PBA.
Mabangis kumiki na naglilap ng winning. Sama-sama tayo maglalaro ang vision natin.
According to Coach Peter Martin, SMB's biggest concern at the moment are the limited shot attempts of some players. To name a few, Junmar only made 4 shot attempts in the first half, and Jericho, CJ, and Vic, they had 5 attempts apiece, which to Coach Peter is a problem. The game plan, according to him, wasn't to limit TNT's import, but instead decrease the team's overall 3-point shots. And right now, 6 made 3-point shots is still too much, so emphasis on defense was said. For TNT, taking care of the transition defense was highlighted. They gave up 13 fast break points in the first half, so priority in sprinting back on defense was the instruction. Now, update on Mikey Williams. He suffered a right ankle sprain, specifically the inside part of the foot. So according to Mikey, he can't put pressure and move his foot at the moment because of the pain. So he was given pain medications to relieve it right now. As for him coming back, most likely he will not be returning to this ballgame. Gentlemen, balik sa inyo.
Thanks for that report, Bay. As expected, Coach Ryan, you already called it na halos siguradong hindi makakabalik at yun na nga, hindi na nga makakabalik si Mikey Williams. So, TNT needs someone else to step it up. As far as offense is concerned, Pogoy is out, Williams is out. Right now, Cobuntin is on the floor, got hit in the face, and that's a shot clock violation on San Miguel.
And what you like is, if you're TNT, you also make sure that your defense is tighter. Look at the way the white shirts just collapsed inside the paint to make sure that Vic Manuel will not be able to hoist his shot. Now, speaking of San Miguel, it is part of their game plan to limit the 3-point shooting of TNT. They have done so magnificently in this ball game. Only 6 threes out of 20 attempts, or make it 7 threes out of 20 attempts for TNT. They average 14.5 threes per ball game on a 40% shooting. But in tonight's game, only 35 for TNT. But fast break attack, nagkaroon na rin ng mileage itong TNT.
That's right, and the lead is up to 6, 69 to 63. They're a threat, of course, when they're running. Jason Castro, one of the best in the biz, takes that ball away from Jericho Cruz. And it was off to the races.
Nice. Oh, yes. Counter-attack on the transition end for TNT. And making the right decision on the break. Jason Castro getting a much-deserved rest right now. +6 nung nagpahinga siya. So, sino ngayon ang uopensa? Pero napakagandang defensive stop once again for Tropang Vigo.
Hollis Jefferson kicks it over to Oftana. To Montalvo. He's in the corner, goes upstairs, all the way across to Cobuntin, upstairs to Oftana. And then Chua. And there's Oftana to Chua yet again.
And sensational passing. A lot of highlight plays on the assist department by TNT here in the third quarter, as if someone was going to take a shot and in the last second will give a drop pass for an easy winner.
Well, Oftana's impressing us as far as his passing is concerned sa game na ito. We all know he can score. There's a jumper mula kay Cameron Clark.
That's more like it. That is more Clark.
Chua. Now Montalvo. 4 minutes to go in the period. Hollis Jefferson. Upstairs to Oftana. The 3 is off target. Chris Ross ang nakakuha ng rebound. Siya na rin ang magpupush up ahead to Lassiter. Montalvo and Ross. That's a physical matchup in that backcourt. Perez goes to Marshall. Marshall on the move. Off the glass.
A nice counter-attack by Marshall Lassiter. Defense was close out long. He made a huge counter by using the glass for his 2 points.
Timeout from TNT as they cross that timeline. 3:24 natitira. They're up by 4 points, 71 to 67. It's a full timeout. 3:24 to go in quarter 3. Some faces in the crowd dito sa Phil Sports Arena enjoying this really good game. Oh, there's Governor Riano ng Romblon nandyan watching the game right now.
Of course, Senator Bongo at Doc Rafi Bihar together with our chairman, Boss Ricky Vargas, watching TNT versus San Miguel. It's an exciting ball game, very entertaining, and you just know na talagang all out itong magkabilang koponan to notch their victory.
Mataas ang level no, ng laro ng dalawang koponan. Miss there though from Chu. A good resistance sa parte ng San Miguel Beer. CJ. Nada Clark. Import contra import. Looper. And Hollis Jefferson readily acknowledges a foul. We rarely see that. But he knew it.
Yeah,
Nahuli siya doon.
He jumped into the imaginary cylinder of the offensive player. So Clark will through to the free throw line. Not a lot of free throws here. Only the first attempt of Clark in this ball game. From the free throw line.
Agree ka ba, Coach, na marami nagsasabi to si Ronde Hollis Jefferson sa unang tingin? Kobe Bryant. Yung dating.
Oh man, medyo may hawig.
But you know, I mentioned it during the first game that Ronde played in the PBA. He always had a beard and a mustache when he was playing in the NBA. So ngayon, clean shaving
Oo
siya.
nga eh.
Iba forma niya.
Kaya
Iba
hindi ko
itsura
masyado
niya.
na-recognize, especially when he was playing for Brooklyn Nets.
That's
Diba?
right.
Ang tagal niya ron eh. 4 seasons siya ron. In fact, very good NBA career itong si Hollis Jefferson.
Correct.
9 points per ball game ang average siya sa NBA, and he played more than 300 games if I'm not mistaken.
305 to be exact.
Yes. Dalawa na lang itong pinoprotektahan ng TNT. It was largest at 8 points, 71-63 here in this quarter. So a 6-0 run here for the Beermen.
Well, when it's these teams playing, you don't really expect blowouts or any of the teams to run away with it, no? Unless sobrang ganda talaga ng laro ng isa. But that's a problem for TNT right now because Cameron Clark, remember, we talked about it, he scored 10 of his total in that last ball game in the fourth quarter when it counted. Right now, he ties it up at 71 all.
And yung kumpiyansa niya sa perimeter shooting niya, wala yun eh nung first half. Oh, another brilliant move. A tap to his open teammate. Hollis Jefferson will get 2 stat lines. One offensive rebound and the other one is assist.
That's right. And Chua knew exactly what to do with it underneath. But Clark knows as well. Sa kabilang panig naman, one reverse deserves another. Chua first, then Clark next, and another foul from Ronde Hollis Jefferson.
He's becoming offensive-minded. He's hitting his shots from the perimeter, and now quick baseline drop step. He got away quickly on that move against Hollis Jefferson. A chance for a 3-point play. He ended the first 2 quarters with 11, and now meron na siyang 19. So 8 points ang kanyang naiambag na para sa kanyang koponan.
But he missed the bonus free throw, so we're tied at 73. Under 2 minutes to go. Hollis Jefferson, they're trying to tie him up. He goes to Montalvo. Quick pass to the corner. Kobuntin the fake. In the lane. Attack. Layup. Good. Chance for a 3-point play. Glenn Kobuntin.
And you just don't realize it. But for students of the game, the reason why Kobuntin was able to go on a penetration is because of their inside-outside attack. The ability of Hollis Jefferson to play with his back to the basket. He forces the defense to collapse to him. So as soon as he passes that ball outside and the defenders will close out, ang dali ngayon makapenetrate ng mga manlalaro nitong TNT. Completed 3-point play for Kobuntin.
3-point lead for TNT. There's a switch. Manuel's got Barilla on him down low. Ross goes to Marshall out there. And this one rolls out. Another Rebound para kay Ronde Hollis Jefferson. He's pushing. Cobuntin finds Varilla to the corner. Montalvo, can he put that one in? No. Marcel Lassiter the board. Ross crosses the timeline to Perez, to Manuel in the lane. And they're going to say Manuel, another offensive foul as he barreled his way to the hoop.
A lot of forced turnovers. Credit the defense of TNT for not backing down, sacrificing their body just to make sure that limited itong offensive options ng San Miguel. That was an awesome sacrifice on the part of Cobuntin. You don't want to put your body in front of a rampaging Vic Manuel, but he was there.
Napalitan na agad dito si Vic Manuel. Pumasok si Big Mo Tautua. No Junmar Fajardo being reinserted at this time with just a minute to go in the third. You know he's going to be fresh in the fourth.
Oh yes, lumona na itong San Miguel dahil alam nila limitado yung mga outside shooters nitong TNT.
Castro has had a strong game. Pass inside. Ito si Justin Joe, patambay-tambay lang sa loob, coach eh.
Tama yan, ano? Nag-aantay lang ng drop pass at is just going behind the last line defender. That is so effective when you're trying to break the zone.
Lassiter jumper. That's good.
That's the silky smooth jumper. This is how you want to shoot. You teach your kids the way scientifically to shoot that rock. Just focus on the way Marshall Lassiter launches it.
Yung follow through.
Ibang klase.
Hollis Jefferson looking for some movement mula sa kanyang mga kakampi. Siya naman nasusugod doon. The stretch layup goes for RHJ.
He knows exactly his strength and that is penetration. Yun ang kanyang ginagawa dito ngayon.
Clark sasagot! These two guys going at it.
Oh yes, in traffic against 4 defenders, but still was able to fabricate 2 points.
They come from good programs, you know. Ito si Cameron Clark, he's in Oklahoma, was an Oklahoma Sooner. Si Hollis Jefferson naman, Arizona Wildcats. Diba? Maabot sa Final Four lagi mga yan. Mga ganun, March Madness, they make some noise as the year, especially growing up. Back in the 80s, alam mo yan, coach. Eh, diba?
Arizona, out of Lister. Tama ba yun?
Arizona State yun.
Iba yun. Okay,
Arizona,
okay.
Steve Kerr.
Okay, okay.
Sean Elliott. Oh, that's a 3 to end the period. And Kib finally gets one to go. And what a time for it to drop for Kib Montalvo just when they needed it.
And guess what? The guy who made that play possible was the penetration of Hollis Jefferson. And seeing the defenders collapse on his penetration, he made that safety valve pass to Kib Montalvo. And Kib Montalvo did not disappoint.
Ganda ng pasa, nahanap niya as if he had eyes behind, on the back of his head rather. Then gave the pass to Kib. Kib drilled it. 6-point TNT.
With Roger Pagoy's availability still hanging after a left ankle sprain, Coach Jojo Lastimoso mentioned that losing their top scorer and primary perimeter defender will be tough for the whole TNT team. However, looking at it differently, it's a good thing that they have a player like import Ronde Hollis Jefferson, whom he considers a primary perimeter shooter that can compensate on the offensive side and become a threat when it is lacking without Pagoy in the rotation. However, if last game Mikey Williams took the scoring load off of Roger tonight, he is hoping for other players to step up along with Ronde, especially with now 2 players of his shooters are out due to injuries. Gentlemen, balik sa inyo.
Yun na nga, dalawang gunners mo are out. Oftana's shooting has dropped, although he's been issuing some good passes here in the second half. But so who will be the guy? I mean, Montalvo contribute, Glenn Cobontin has contributed as well, Jason Castro. Lots of weapons, but then you can say the same thing for San Miguel.
Such an excellent quarter for TNT. They scored a total of 34 points while limiting San Miguel to just 29. But they started this fourth quarter with a turnover and a slam dunk on the other side by CJ Perez.
That's right, and CJ has 19 points in the game. Oftana in the corner. Medyo na-trap siya dyan. Montalvo, they threw that one away. The pass was too low. CJ in transition, another. He misses that with 2 free throws para kay CJ Perez. Challenge at the end from Glenn Cobontin prevented what might have been a 3-point play opportunity. Ito yun, yun.
Just a lot of turnovers. Calvin Oftana saying that his arm was held by CJ Perez, but no call there. And CJ Perez with his walk along the park slam dunk on the other side. And another turnover. So back-to-back turnovers sa panimula ng fourth quarter para rito sa TNT. At nakakascore naman itong si CJ Perez. Nakita natin kanina. Itong si Mikey Williams. Ganda ng panimula. 10 puntos agad yan. First quarter pa lamang. Pero na-injure. 16 minutes lamang ang nalaro ni Mikey Williams in this game.
I'm sure it's eating at him inside,
yes.
you know. He wants to help his team, but hindi kaya eh. Ankle injury. Masakit daw talaga. Cobontin off the handoff. Now he'll attack the basket. He'll spin against Prondial. Too strong off the glass. He had the right idea. Just couldn't execute it at the end. And a chance to tie or take the lead for San Miguel Beer after being down by 6 at the start of the period. Kautua with the left.
Just a lot of empty possessions for TNT to start this fourth quarter. Almost another turnover.
Oh, it is.
Their first 4 offensive attacks. They turned the ball over 3 times. And nakascore doon yung San Miguel.
Short on that jumper. Montalvo. Now it's Castro. Jason to Cobontin. 3 on the way. That's good for Glenn.
That's a timely basket by Glenn Cobontin. Badly needed at this point dahil yung momentum napupunta na sa side ng San Miguel.
Now to Mo. There's that lefty shot once again. He's made 3 baskets in this game, Mo. All of them with the left hand. 86-85. Isa lang ang lamang ng TNT. Just under 10 minutes going in this fourth quarter. Castro makes his move. Penetration. Doesn't drop for Jason. Ngunit tutungo na naman sa linya itong si The Blur para sa 2 free throws. Here's that pass.
Jason is just taking it on, making the right passes, and just timely incursions, timely hits by Mo Taldua, using his left hand, as you've mentioned. 6 total points for Big Mo. And ito naman si Jason Castro, he's just taking it on, taking the challenge, demanding that ball, wanting his teammates to give him space so he can use his quickness to generate baskets.
Juobo, Hollis Jefferson back into the game. Montalvo sits as well. Another free throw coming up for Jason Castro.
That is a free throw, halos dikit sila. That was the 13th attempt for TNT. They made 11. Ganun din sa kabila, 11 out of 13 for 84%. For San Miguel, tingnan natin ang atake ni CJ. Si CJ ang talagang offensive-minded dito sa third and fourth quarters.
Here's Mo. He's been offensive-minded, but this time it doesn't work. Hollis Jefferson had to fix that dribble. Castro heard the whistle, flung it up to the hoop. 2 free throws na naman yan para kay Jason. Ang galing niya sa kanya. Pag hininig ng pito, sabay tira.
Veteran move. Kita mo yung experience si Jason Castro. Hindi pa handa yung depensa ron . ni Chris Ross. Umatake agad si Jason Castro at yun, natawagan ng foul si Chris Ross. To free throws na naman bibigay kay Jason Castro.
Got it right in the gut. Don't see Ross trying to block the path of Jason Castro.
14 total points for Jason Castro, 16 in their last game. So alam mo, umiinit na si Jason Castro. Sakto na pagdating sa playoffs to.
It's like he recognizes, coach, right now especially, that Mikey's out, RR's out. Somebody has to step up, as Bea said in her report. And he's one of the guys who can.
Oh, definitely. He has to take more shots. He only took 4 attempts in their last game. But still, because of a lot of free throws, meron siyang mataas na numero. Ganon din, halos dito sa nangyayari ngayon. 15 points siya, pero 6 out of 6. Make it 7 out of 7 from the free throw line. At ang mas importante ron, 5 na naman itong pinoprotektahan ng TNT.
See what San Miguel has as far as coming back, fighting back. They've done it time and again. TNT gets a lead, maybe 4, 5, 6 points. San Miguel comes right back quickly. Here's the pass to Clark. This guy's got a good shooting touch.
Very smooth.
To understate the matter.
Tama.
Diba?
Yung kanyang 15-footer, halos sure ball. Pati yung mga floaters niya inside 6 feet. Pwede mo rin talaga siyang maasahan doon.
Just not a 3-point shooter talaga. Doesn't
yung
even
range
cap out.
limited.
Oh, doesn't cap out at that 3-point line. Varilla, balik kay Castro. 4 to shoot. Jason di diskarte. Fakes the 3. Takes the 3. That's a miss. Fajardo the board. Up ahead to Simon. 3 points lang hinahabol ng San Miguel. 1 possession game. 8:13 to go in the fourth. And Junmar wanted to tie it up, but that shot doesn't go. 2 free throws for him. Kelly ba matatawagan? Yep. Kelly Williams.
Oh, they talked about it briefly, of course. Assistant coach Peter Martin was quoted as saying they need to feed Junmar Fajardo more, especially if he positions himself close to the basket. Only 6 attempts for Junmar Fajardo so far, and he made 4. Hindi masyadong mataas yung kanyang scoring. Only 8 points, make it 9 after that free throw. You need to establish your inside game. That is the strength of San Miguel. Kaya hindi sila talaga makalamang dito. Dikit-dikit lang sila dahil hindi pa nila nakikita yung advantage sila against tropang Giga. And that big advantage is Junmar Fajardo inside the paint.
Timeout is called by TNT as Montalvo crossed that timeline. It's a full timeout with 8:02 remaining. That's brought to us by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Shoutout sa mga PVL fans out there. Papalo na ang galing ng Pinay. PVL, the heart of volleyball. That's every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday on One Sports. But basketball is the game at hand right now here at the Phil Sports Arena. And it is just a 1-point lead for TNT. With possession are the Tropang Giga. It's with Ronde Hollis Jefferson. He goes to Kelly Williams. He's got 2 threes in the game. This one is overshot, and a chance for San Miguel to grab the lead back. As expected, Coach Ryan, we said hindi mag-iwanan itong dalawang team na ito. Bakbakan all the way. So far, it's been that way.
Dikit na dikit ang laban natin. Pinakamalaking lamang kanina ng San Miguel, 4 na puntos way back in the first quarter. That was 8-4. At yung pinakamalaking lamang naman ng TNT, 71-63 in the third quarter. Pero ngayon, chance na ng San Miguel makabalik na naman sa lamang. Foul while in the act of shooting. Itong si Hollis Jefferson. Just a regular foul. And I've said this, and I've been very strong on this. Every time you close out, you have to be controlled. That's something that you have to work on in practices. Dahil very consistent yung calls eh. Yung pag tumama yung defensive player at na-violate mo yung imaginary cylinder ng opensa, automatic foul, and the landing spot.
Right.
So you just challenge, you just contest, and if the offensive player makes it, then he makes it. But don't bail him out by fouling and you give 2 chances na walang bantay.
First one was good. So is the second. Lamang na ang San Miguel, 91-90. Lots of time in this game. 7.5 to go. So we go to Hollis Jefferson. He preserved his fouls in that first half, but now he's got 4. Ball is with him. He'll go up. Jumper. Oh, he lost it on the way.
Dumulas yung bola ron, pero humingi siya ng foul. Pero talagang hindi tumatama yung perimeter J ni Hollis Jefferson on the other side. Almost a made basket by CJ Perez. Offensive rebound by San Miguel.
CJ from 3. That's short. Easy rebound for Oftana.
Tanong mo kanina, no, saan pupunta? Sino ang o-opensa ngayon dito sa tropang Giga? It could be Oftana. Let's see.
Oh,
nice
he goes
pass.
to Kelly.
Oh, wow.
Oftana has at least 4 assists in this game, and none of them have been the regular type. They've been nice.
24 total assists for TNT and only 19 here, or 21 for San Miguel. Ito ng mga pasa, no, saktong-sakto, wala nang magagawa yung recipient kundi itira na lamang. Daming ganun itong TNT. Also in the third quarter, diba, si Justin Chua, a recipient of a lot of pinpoint assist passes from his teammates.
Castro has had his rest. He's coming back in. Let's watch this play of Tana. Read the defense. Saw the slide from the veteran Kelly Williams. Easy basket underneath.
And that is what you want to do. If you're going up against San Miguel, always involve Junmar Fajardo in ball screen situations. Dahil talaga namumroblema sa ball screen defense si JMF.
He was asking for it, but Kelly knew what to do. He slapped it away for a bit. Cruz had to take it, and it pops out. Thought he was going to get it at the buzzer. Hollis Jefferson giving it to Barilla, and then Kelly in transition. Glass, Kelly Williams.
Wow, back-to-back hits for Kelly Williams.
Double digits sa si Kelly, no?
Yes, and the grizzled veteran is taking it on. Siya nagiging point of attack ngayon ng tropang Giga sa opensa.
There was a time he could fill it up, really.
Oh, yes.
Williams early in his career.
Oh, one-time MVP when he was still playing for Santa Lucia.
Castro. Oh, he missed it. Jason missed it. Hollis Jefferson shaking his head, but they need to run back on defense as Jericho gets hit. That's a blocking foul on Paul Barilla. 2 free throws. Castro can understand. Oh, they're saying somebody pulled the net. Let's see. Yun yung claim ng blue shirts. We're talking about the coaches. Kasi naka-white nga itong tropang Giga.
Yeah, let's see kung kaninong kamay yun. Sa import.
Oh, sa import.
Sa import. Kamay ng import. Kaya it was a let-go situation. Pero sayang opportunity na yun. Makeable layup for Jason Castro, but he misses it. At sa kabila naman, yung sinasabi natin, quick transition attack by San Miguel, something that they've been doing consistently here in this ball game. Look at our fast break story. Let's focus our attention on that one. 21 fast break points for San Miguel and only 3 for TNT. What a huge disparity.
Sa takbuhan, lamang ang SMB. Pero sa scoreboard right now, lamang ang TNT ng dalawa. At dalawa pa rin. Sapagkat nagmintis ito si Jericho Cruz. So they're gonna just forget about that one, that missed layup of Jason Castro. Everyone got surprised nung nag-vintage yun, but Castro gustong bumawi. Good defense from San Miguel. Hollis Jefferson on the move. He misses a layup this time. Enciso. Clark. That's a charge. Varilla draws that one. Emphatic call from referee Bing Oliva.
Let's see it once again. An offensive foul was called against Clark. He was out of control in his attack, and it was out of the no charge zone. That was very, very obvious.
Of course.
But the question, as far as Coach Gallant is concerned, yes, there was contact, but was Paul Varilla able to establish his good defensive stance? But still, the call will remain an offensive foul and a chance for TNT to increase their 2-point advantage.
Diyan upset si Coach Giorgio na mula ng Bagya as he argued that he was warned for his resentment to the call. So may warning na si Coach George. He was also throwing some words over to team consultant of TNT, si Lale Gurunovic on the other side. Inaawat na si Peter Martin. May timeout tayo. Dalawa pa rin lamang ng TNT. Under 5 minutes remain. Well, for TNT, with Mikey Williams out and R.R. Pugoy out, others had to step up in this game. One of them has been Kelly Williams. And he's our BDA player of the game, brought to us by Firefly, the trusted lighting partner of the PBA. Kelly, throwback game, 16 points for him.
And the variety of shots, inside incursions, point-blank shots, and 2 threes.
Oh, he threw it away. And he says sorry immediately to the coach and everyone else. He got everyone fooled because he hit 2 already. So they thought he was going to try to hoist up a third one.
Case of miscommunication for Kelly. But you know, Hollis Jefferson, his instinct is always to attack the basket. He has not shown that he has range in this one. But the ability to go for black shots. Incredible stoppage by Hollis Jefferson.
With some help, of course, from Paul Varilla right before that. Can he finish the play? No. Yes, maybe. 2 tips, a miss. Enciso transition. Won't pull up for the 3. We'll go to Clark instead. And they rough him up. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Cameron Clark to try to tie this game up with 4:13 to go. Grabe yung back and forth natin dito, Coach.
Talagang mabilis yung pace natin. Tingnan mo itong sapal ni Hollis Jefferson. Ginamit talaga niya yung kanyang wingspan against Junmar Fajardo. Usually, on an ordinary case, if Junmar is that close to the basket, chalk up automatic 2 points for the big man. But not if Hollis Jefferson is there. But pagdating naman sa opensa, hirap na hirap si Hollis Jefferson. A lot of chances earlier, 3 attempts at least, hindi nakashoot. At ngayon, yung field goal percentage niya, 6 out of 21. Less than 30%. Naiwanan na siya 15 points lang siya, 26 na. Itong si Cameron Clark.
Although maganda yung all-around stats ni Hollis Jefferson. Cameron, there's a fan of Cameron.
They're putting him in the elbow para mas madali yung kanyang pag-penetrate if there is an opening.
Hollis Jefferson. Oh, he's open. He'll take it. And he finally gets one. Parang free throw lang ang nangyari doon. He had all the time in the world.
Yes, that was not respected, or the shot that San Miguel defense allowed him to take. His first perimeter jumper in this ball game, believe it or not.
Clark, sasagot. No. Junmar, offensive rebound ba? Kapi ka ng bola. Last touch pa si Junmar. It'll head TNT's way. Kenny's been battling.
Oh yes, doing whatever is humanely possible. First, to bother the shot of Junmar Fajardo. Second, disrupt if Junmar Fajardo gets the ball. Forced turnover. Good defensive stop once again for Tropang Vigo.
You know, this juncture, considering how tight this game has been, a basket here for TNT would be really big. But he's denied once again, Hollis Jefferson. And he loses it out of bounds, I believe.
They're putting him at the right place. Sa elbow yung atake ni Hollis Jefferson. Just one dribble and is close to the cup. But the defense is just ready. Always collapsing on the penetration of Hollis Jefferson. Look at this again. Look at the JMF. Look at CJ Perez and Junmar Fajardo just making sure that he does that second line defense strongly every single time.
May halong pagod na rin siguro itong si Hollis Jefferson. He's been running up and down.
Kulang sa elevation di ba? Wala nang take-off masyado. But another turnover this time around. On the entry pass, Simon Enciso was not able to calibrate it so well. Hindi nakuha ni Junmar Fajardo yung bola. Pumepwesto pa lang, pumasa niya. Far right yung pasa kay Junmar Fajardo. TNT still up by 2 points.
Ano napapansin ko sa game na ito? A good shot results in a good shot on the other side. A turnover on one side. Turnover naman yung kabila rin. Pagitan ng turnover eh. Hand off to Jason Castro. 6 to shoot. The blur ni Discarte.
Ang bigat ng tira.
Wow, man. He hung in the air for a bit. Used all the hang time he could get from those late 30s legs. And he got it off the glass. Watch.
This guy has elevation. And to make it more spectacular, he had to shoot over the outstretched arm of Junmar Fajardo.
With a little Jericho Cruz on the side. Diba? So big shot from a big-time player, but that's just a 4-point lead. 2:42 pa natitira dito sa atin na anybody's ball game. But really the epic matchup everyone was talking about when we said it was a view from the top. It's really just the two of them. Parang kumbaga nasa roof deck sila ng isang hotel. Nakatingin sa atin lahat. That's TNT and SAP. Silang dalawa na.
7-1 ang kartada ng TNT. 7-1 ang win-loss record ng San Miguel. At ito, Jason Castro just doing Jason Castro things here in this game. 18.7 assists, and he is just making sure na yung absence ni Pugoy, absence ni Mikey Williams, makompensate niya because of his brilliance offensively.
He and Kenny Williams really stepping up. Oh, another block from Ronde. Out of nowhere, he nabbles to CJ Perez. Not too many guys can keep up with CJ when he skies like that.
Oh, yes.
Kick to the corner. Montalvo takes, but he can't make it. Missed everything. So San Miguel Beer dodges a bullet on that play. Makaka-score ba? Makalapit ng konti as we're about to approach or about to enter the twilight zone. CJ, ayaw! Ball one more time and he gets it. Persistence pays off and we are in the last 2 minutes.
It just can't be denied that time. It took him 3 chances to make a basket. CJ Perez with 27 tonight.
Hollis Jefferson the spin. Nagpasakay. The shot doesn't go. Oftana taps it up. Jericho Cruz volleyballs it forward. Montalvo over to Jason. Grabe yung hustle ng mga players. Ronde will attack. And this time he wanted it badly. He's gonna get 2 free throws. Ronde, Hollis Jefferson with 1 minute and 31 to go. Grabe itong pagkabilang ko pa ng these players who are battling it here in the second half, they're going to be lying down all so tired and tuckered out tonight.
Oh yes, all-out basketball displayed by these 2 teams and the players playing here in the fourth quarter. Time down to 1 and 31. Now it is Hollis Jefferson, not his usual productive night compared to his first 2 games, but the timing by which he is expected to score. His first perimeter jumper came in in the latter part of the fourth quarter. And now, free throw shooting. 18 pa lang ang nasuscore nito. Pero napaka-importante ang mga naiambag niya para sa kanyang pupunan. Not just on offense. The magnificence of Wallace Jefferson. Yung timing ng blanka niya ng mga tira kanina, CJ Perez, June Malvardo, diba?
You know, 18, 14, 7, 2, 2. And perfect from the line, 5 of 5. That's just a 4-point lead. And we always go back to the 4 points. Those 4 points, kahit 16 seconds na lang natitira, pwedeng habulin niya.
Yes, of course. Especially sa Miguel, daming mga offensive players.
Oh, hirap ng tira. Ang tindi naman nun. Parang papasa kay Junmar sa kaliwa. Coach, tinira, pasok.
Tama. Only CJ Perez can fabricate shots like that one.
That was such a nice shot. CJ Perez, yet again. Hollis Jefferson. Oh, he threw it away. Tumama ba sa nakarapula?
It is reviewable. That is something that the referees can review inside 2 minutes.
Castro asking last year, did you touch it last year? Of course not.
Tignan natin.
Di ba?
Pag-penetrate rito, pumasa.
Hindi naman tumama yata kay Marshall.
Tignan natin. There should be a better angle. Hindi rin nakita.
Hindi tumama eh.
Baka mas maganda yung kanina yung natunghayan natin.
Empty spot yung napatuhan yata ni naitsahan ng pasa ni Ronde Hollis Jefferson, who decided the last second not to take the shot.
2-1 selfish that time.
Red ball. Hollis Jefferson upset with himself. Look at him. What a time, sabi niya, for me to have a passing error. Timeout is called. They're going to talk about it. But look, you know, itong oras pa naman, 1:05. Ang dami-dami pang pwede mangyari. Let's look at the import matchup. Not the best shooting night for either of these two gentlemen. But Cameron Clark has been working hard as usual. Same with Ronde Hollis Jefferson. Ang ganda nitong taktak kanina.
Both sputtered from the field. Hirap na hirap silang opensa. Itong si Hollis Jefferson, only 4 out of 16 in the first half. 5 out of 15 naman si Cameron Clark. Pero gumanda yung score ni Cameron Clark in the second half. Ito naman si Ronde Hollis Jefferson. Konting-konti lang ang naidagdag niya. Pero across the board, ganda pa rin yung stat line niya. 19, 14, and 7. Cameron Clark naman 27, 10, and 4. Pero napaka-importanting possession to para sa San Miguel. They're still down by 2 points, 100-98. Coach George Gallant trying to map out a play that will generate either 2 points for them or 3 points from the resident scorers from the outside, namely Lassiter shooting a 3 or even Simon and Ciso wide open and hitting the bottom of the net. Let's see how TNT will defend this offense by San Miguel.
CJ Perez been the main guy for San Miguel Beer. Penetrations, outside shots, 25, 7, and 3. Daktak pa. Ito yun.
Akala ko 29 puntos si Clark Play. Nakita ko 25 points itong si CJ Perez. Oh, nice offense. Great
look at
execution.
That quickly. 1 second lang ang kinailangan nila para itabla at 100 all, Coach.
A well-designed play by Coach George Gallant. Now, what will TNT do? They have the possession right now and they badly need a basket.
Nabura yung 4-point lead ng TNT just like that. And San Miguel Beer is the team that can do that. Jason 3.
And he's not calling timeout. Coach George Gallant telling his players to keep on playing, but the execution simply incredible. Knowing exactly who to attack defensively. Jason Castro with the 3. Let's see.
Marshall. Jason. Bakbakan sa backcourt. They're able to save it. Clark across to Simon. He wants to tie it up. He doesn't get it. Clark has a chance. The putback. Oh, they're going to say there was a foul prior to that?
Let's see.
Who fouled? Sino
Oh,
ang
okay. All right. Clark was actually expecting, or he thought that an offensive foul was called against him. But the reality of the situation is, after this shot by Simon Enciso from the weak side, Clark, that was a slight push.
But they counted the shot instead.
Yes, Cobontin was a guilty party.
So chance to
for a
tie.
3-point play, yes.
So they didn't get it the old-fashioned way. They didn't get it the three-point way. They might get it the old-fashioned way, which is a basket and a bonus free throw. Clark ties it up at 103. Naku, walang iwanan talaga itong dalawang team na to.
A massive putback by Cameron Clark. They were down by 3 points. He got the offensive rebound. And then on a putback, a foul was called against Cobontin, and he completed the 3-point play. So we're all tied up at 103 points.
It's just really funny the way Clark reacted.
Akala ko offensive foul.
He
Alam
knew.
niya eh.
Alam niya na nanulak
siya ng bahagya eh.
You know, one of these guys, the coaching staff, San Miguel, gonna tell him next time, don't react that way. As if you did something, diba?
We expect this kind of an attack again for TNT, involving Junmar Fajardo in a ball screen play. They were able to nurse it well. They were able to execute it so well. Good screen by Kelly Williams. It gave Jason Castro a tiny opening for a jumper. And now the extra pass. And Ciso shooting, missing from the weak side. Cameron Clark with a putback and a foul. And he completes a 3-point play.
And then the reaction, you saw him, because he felt he might have been called for an offensive foul, shoving off, or a loose ball foul. We remind everyone that these are the two teams at the top of the standings. One of them will be solo first at the end of this ball game with an 8-1 slate.
5-game winning streak at the TNT Tropang Liga. The only blot was a loss against the NLEX Road Warriors. On the other hand, San Miguel, the lone loss was in the hands of Converge Fiber Xers.
So TNT's got 13.1 to win the game. Diba? They score, they win, maybe. They leave time on the clock. San Miguel, since San Miguel has been answering every shot that's been given from TNT. I don't know. I know Dominic Uy is in the house. He's on the other panel for PBA Rush. You know, pag nagsasama, wala naman si Sir Sev dito. Pero yun yung mga usual suspects pag may overtime.
Tama yan. So, the adjustment of Coach George Gallant first para lang yung mentality nitong TNT, wala nang overtime dapat. So, pinasok na si Rodri Bundal, a much better ball screen defender compared to Junmar Fajardo.
Here we go. No fouls to give. Hollis Jefferson dancing with Clark. Lost his balance. Went up, missed. Oftana at the buzzer.
Let us see. It's something that they will review.
Wow. Calvin fighting underneath. They feel they've won, TNT has. The referees are reviewing it right now as a matter of course, but I don't know, Coach. That was too close to call from where we are sitting.
Yes, Calvin Oftana was there. Look at the way Hollis Jefferson tried to elude the defense of Clark. And after he missed that shot, Calvin Oftana getting the offensive rebound. Something that TNT has done so well in this ball game. Add another 2 points for him. And now after 48, securing the 8th victory is TNT Tropang Giga.
Wow. SMB, what a fight back. They tied it up a couple of times after you thought it was over. Wow. And then Calvin Oftana, he had been quiet this second half, Coach. Hindi na pumapasok ng outside shots. They had a couple of good assists, but I guess that's the biggest shot of the game.
And all game long, it was the offensive rebounding that kept TNT in this ball game. They lost in the fast break scoring 22-3. But the second chance points 20-10, and nothing biggest than the last heave or putback by Calvin Oftana.
Just a crazy way to end a well-played, hard-fought ball game. Playoff intensity shown sa araw na ito, and Kelly Williams is our ultimate player of the game. That's brought to us by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Why Kelly, Coach?
He was able to score a lot of baskets, and not only that, on the other side, he defended Junmar Fajardo so well. Only 7.8 points per game prior to this one, but an incredible explosion for the grizzled veteran.
105-103 is our final
for the grizzled veteran.
105-103 is our final